What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, and I know it's been a very, very long time since I've done a Toronto Raptors video. I know it's been a minute. I know this is supposed to be Toronto Raptors Weekly, and I haven't followed through on the weekly thing. I've just been very busy with work and different things, and just haven't really had any motivation to do Toronto Raptors videos. Not because I'm not following the Raptors or anything like that. I follow every single game that they play, but more so that there hasn't been anything significant that I wanted to discuss with them. But I did want to bring up something that has been kind of trending and has been on my mind and I wanted to talk about. And it is basically, I know I've brought up videos in the past and talked about, is this the year? Are they for real? It's always been a broken record. The Raptors have always been a good regular season team, and then come playoffs, they've disappeared. I know about all the struggles in the playoffs, especially recently. But I wanted to talk about, I know it's still early, we're still in December, but what I've been noticing is slowly and quietly, this team is inching their way up to being one of the top, if not the top, team in the Eastern Conference. And I know you'd be saying, no way, look at Boston, look at Cleveland now. But as of now, the team with the least amount of losses, as far as losses anyways, goes in the Eastern Conference is actually the Toronto Raptors. As I'm posting this video, Boston just lost to the Knicks, and the Raptors just came back and came from behind and beat Philadelphia on the road. So we're still behind Boston as far as because of, for whatever reason, we played less games. I don't understand how that works. But we're slowly inching our way to catching up to Boston. And typically I would just say, it's one of those things where, the Raptors are doing well, but it's not going to hold up, come the end of the season in the playoffs. However, I did notice a couple of trending things, like I said, that are different this season than in previous seasons that might make a difference to get us over the hump. So, the first thing that I noticed is basically a whole different new theme, philosophy, and execution of their offense this season. Their offense up until this point has always been real stale, predictable, ISO-eccentric. It's basically very predictable. And, I remember doing a video last season talking about them being one of the most offensively efficient teams at the time in NBA history. And I knew it wasn't going to hold up. And for the life of me, I couldn't understand how they could be, seeing that this team was always lacking that ball movement. And last season, they were like dead last in the NBA as far as assists per game for a team. So I didn't understand how they were offensively efficient like that, but never were, they were a bad passing, I'm not going to say a bad passing team, but a bad assist team. Like they didn't, ball movement was not part of what they did. A lot of isolation, a lot of pick and roll, a lot of screens, a lot of jump shooting. Not a lot of easy baskets. So this season has been like a complete turnaround. We've gone from dead last to now, at this point, 8th in the NBA in assists per game as a team. And that's a huge jump. I mean, what that's ended up helping them to be is from, they've always been a good scoring team, but now, I haven't looked at their actual offensive efficiency, but I can only imagine because of them moving from dead last to 8th in assists, that their field goal is now much better. I think they're 3rd in the league in field goal percentage as a team, and I'm not surprised seeing that their assists per game have gone up. That's a direct correlation. So that's an amazing theme for this season that they're moving the ball much better. They're being unselfish, and it's translating into easier opportunities for them to score, better shots, all that good stuff. So that's the first trend that I've been noticing. Second trend is DeMar becoming a much improved three-point shooter. Now, it's not that obviously his game is primarily the mid-range, and that's actually a good spot to be at. It's something that, for the most part, most players in the NBA no longer do. It's either you're trying to get to the rim or you're shooting a three. Like, the mid-range game is just wide open. If you can master that, because most defenses are not playing for the mid-range. They're playing to stop the three-point shooting. They're playing to protect the rim. But they're not. It's hard to protect a mid-range player because there's just so much room for him to operate. It's hard to double-team someone if their game is not, down low, or if they're not trying to drive or anything like that. So I understand his game and his strengths, but I guess one of the issues has been that as him being a 2 and having limited range from 3, it kind of helped defensives to sag off of him if he's on the perimeter. So, I've just noticed, and it's just could have been just for the last few games or such, but it seems like he's worked on his three-point shooting, and it's improved this season, which is an amazing thing because it's going to stretch the defense even more. If he can ever master that, where he's at least like a 35 or more % three-point shooter, it's going to drastically improve it's going to improve everything for their offense because, they're going to have to respect him from range, and they can't sag off of him, which is going to lead to better spacing on the floor. So that's been another thing that's been a huge boost for the Raptors. Not to mention also, not this game, but I think that OG was a real excellent steal for the Raptors. I don't think he's as big of a steal for a rookie as Kyle Kuzma is for the Lakers, but I would say he's the second best steal of the draft. I don't know if he's going to 100% shore up that position for the Raptors, but it's helping. The bench has been okay. It's decent. I always hated that they got rid of Corey because I felt that he was a great asset to the team as, being a great defensive point guard and great backup. But let's face it, they had 4 point guards. Like, what was the point? So I understand why they got rid of him. But, the pickup of C.J. Miles was good. Great player to come off the bench, great three-point shooter, great scorer. So it's just helped, the Raptors be better all around, someone that they can count on to get scoring. So that addition has been great. And also, another thing, I know it's early in the season, but right now they have the best home record in the whole NBA at 11-1. So they're taking care of business at home, which is always a great thing because, going on the road is always a challenge. You don't know what you're going to get from game to game, especially with the younger players. But if you can take care of business at home, it's always going to excel and increase your record and inflate your record. It sucks. The one loss I think was against Washington when John Wall wasn't playing, which was one of those bad losses that I had mentioned in a previous video. I mean, if they had taken care of business as far as that, they'd be 12-0 at home. So it is what it is. Overall, I'm happy with the way that they're playing. They're, like I said, taking care of business at home, playing above 500 on the road, and just playing well overall. Now, can they beat Cleveland? That's going to be a key. I don't know if they can. I think that they have the ability to beat Boston. I think Boston is overachieving right now. No disrespect to any of the Boston Celtics fans or anything like that, but I just feel like they're a good team, they're a solid team, but they're a young team, not an experienced team. And I just can't see them keeping this up for the rest of the season like this. They had that nice long run of, consecutive games won, but they lost a couple of games in a row now, and I don't know if they can hold this up. I think it's only a matter of time before they come back down to earth and the Raptors catch them. So we just have to wait and see how that goes. Do I think that the Raptors have enough to beat Cleveland? I don't know. That's going to be a tough call. We just have to see what's going to happen when Isaiah comes back and he plays with them and how all that's going to work out. Chemistry is a key thing. It's hard to put a value on team chemistry, so I don't know if him coming back is going to put a monkey wrench into how well they're playing right now as far as Cleveland is going. I don't know. I think Cleveland beating the Raptors is always... LeBron is going to do his thing, but it was always Kyrie that was just killing the Raptors. And with Kyrie being gone now, I don't know. We just have to wait and see and let everything play out. So, anyways, that's it for the video. If you like the video, definitely feel free to leave a like on the video. Let me know how you feel in the comment section below about the Raptors. Do you feel like anything has changed with them? Do you think that they've improved? Are they the same? Do you think it's going to be the same thing this season? Let me know how you feel in the comment section below. And if you like my content, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try and be a little bit more consistent with the Raptors videos. Like I said, I just haven't had the reason to make any videos, but I'm going to try to be more consistent with them. So anyways, thank you for watching the video, and have a great day. And if you're watching this video at this point in the year, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Peace.